here with David Ellefson again. Finally, it's been so long. When was the last time I saw you? Was it at the...
Some show somewhere. Probably in LA,
Some show
right?
somewhere.
Right?
No, I think it was Sacramento.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was last year, I think, when we were doing I guess, was it Carnage? I think it was Carnage, yeah. I don't think Anthrax was on that, so it was Slayer and Megadeth, and we just played.
And then you guys went on tour with the Big Four, and I came to that. I saw you there, but we didn't do any interview at the...
Yeah, that's always
we did
madness.
That. And I got to miss the New York one because I was on tour. How did that go?
Hey, work is work, you know?
Work is work. No, you guys were telling me that was going to be the best.
It was great. It was really good. I mean, it was. I was so happy for Anthrax because that's their hometown, you know, or the Bronx. That's at least their turf. And as I understand, the mayor of the Bronx even gave them the key to the city that day. So that was pretty cool. And then their new album came out. I think like the day before or something like that. You know, their new album's killer. New album's Worship Music. Good name, you know. So
worship music.
Worship music. So
like that.
worship. So anyway, that was kind of a good week for you know, because we got to have all the glory at Indio because Megadeth, Slayer, Metallica all formed kind of basically Southern California. Even though Metallica moved up to the Bay Area, you know, a couple years later, but we all formed right down there.
Yeah, I remember the last interview I did with you. I was like, please do this in U.S. We want to do it. And then all of a sudden it's like, here it is, you know.
Yeah.
We're doing it in the U.S. and I'm back there. I'm like, oh my God.
We didn't think there was going to be anything.
So good.
We were told there wasn't going to be anything at all in 2011, so we booked Mayhem and got on with other stuff. And then all of a sudden the phone rang and guess what? There's Indio. Hey, guess what? Next summer. Hey, guess what? Yankee Stadium. So he's kind of like...
It's still going on. It's still,
well, you know, again, I don't know. I mean, when the phone rings, you know, everybody gets pretty excited, you know, and they say, hey, is everybody available to do a Big Four show? You know, the answer is always yes, and then we try to clear schedules and make it work because it's so cool and it's so big now, and it's you know, for us to have basically...
It's a song festival.
It is. It really is, isn't it? And it's so big that it only fits in, like, big fields and football stadiums and
I get
soccer
to go
stadiums and baseball stadiums.
Yes, I do.
So
because I love it.
It's cool. I mean, who would have thought? Well, our fans knew all these years, right? They always knew that it would stick around. So it was just a matter of us surviving it for almost 30 years. So we lived to tell about it. So now we all get to party together.
Album's coming out, 13.
Yeah,
in about a couple of days.
Yeah, November 1st it'll be out. Yeah,
it's gonna be out.
Yeah.
Tell me something about how is it different? What are we expecting?
It's the 13th album, studio album. There's 13 songs. The title's 13. Much more than that I can't tell you until it comes out.
Oh, come on. One thing.
It's going to be out just a couple of days. Well, you know, it's funny. Some of the songs have already been out. Obviously, we started playing Public Enemy #1, which is the first single, which we just shot a video for, so that should be coming out, I would assume, probably next week. I think we're getting all the final edits done on that. And let me think. Never Dead was a song. It was the first song we actually kind of technically recorded on the session, and that was for the video game called Never Dead. See, we figured out years ago that if you call your song after the title of the game or the movie or the album, right, of the soundtrack or something, then you usually get the top spot. Now that actually worked against us on one thing, on the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey movie. Because they called us, they said, we want you to write the song, and it's going to be called Bill and Ted Go to Hell. So we wrote the song Go to Hell, turned it in, and they changed the movie to Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So we weren't going to write a song called Bogus Journey. But,
Bogus Journey, yeah.
We weren't going to retitle it at that point.
You don't want to, no.
I actually I was kind of a Bill and Ted fan, and I thought, you know, Bill and Ted Go to Hell, that's kind of harsh, man. I mean, for Bill and Ted.
Why would they go to hell?
Happy Valley Boys, you know what I mean? But so anyway, so we got Never Dead, Public Enemy #1, and then Sudden Death, which was the first song I actually recorded the weekend that I came back to the band last year in February 2010 to do the Rest in Peace tour. That song, the guys were working on it, and it had just kind of been composed. It was kind of sitting there in pieces and needed to kind of be pulled together. Because the idea was we need to have a song, but then there needs to be a lot of extended shredding pieces because it was going to be in a Guitar Hero game. So the shredding kept getting extended more and more. So we have a verse and a chorus with a lot of shredding in it, you know. So anyway, that was the first song that I played on. So for me, it was kind of cool that is the opening track.
That's awesome.
new
What do you guys have plans as far as touring? Is there anything
We are going.
I should be excited about?
Yes. Well, in about a week, we're actually leaving the United States. And
Oh, God, that's not good.
Yeah, well, it is good. We're going to South America.
I'm just, selfish. I'm thinking about myself first. So.
South and Central America, which we just now call Latin America, our Latin America tour. And starting in Argentina, which has kind of been a home away from home for us for a lot of years, and Chile and Brazil, Paraguay, I don't know if they say that, which we've never been there before. It's a brand new country that's starting to have shows. A couple shows in Colombia. What do we think? Costa Rica. There's like 4 shows in Mexico. So we'll be in Mexico for like a week. Yeah, so it'll be our Mexican vacation. It'll be awesome.
Back to the U.S.?
And then we'll be back in the U.S. The Gigant Tour got announced. The dates aren't... we announced it because we wanted to let people know that we're starting. And that'll start, I think, kind of right after NAMM, I think, which is always middle of January. So I think that starts end of January for about 6 weeks or so through the beginning of March. So those tour dates, all that stuff should be posted. The South American dates are all up on Megadeth.com.
Yeah, I'm canceling everything. I'm coming.
Yeah, right after NAMM, you can just go and see Gigant Tour.
Are you guys coming to NAMM? I know you.
I think so, depending on what our pre-production and everything for the tour is going to be, as far as rehearsals. But yeah, I mean, at this point in time, it's funny, NAMM technically closed to the public. Everybody's there, right?
Because they sneak in.
They sneak in, and everybody knows.
They always have a friend that has a friend that's in
who works at a music store,
exactly,
who did this and knew a guy.
All the passes are out there. It's just like make it public and get it over with, you know? Because I mean, it's funny every time I go there. It's like, really, this is not the public. So why is there like 2,000 people standing in line to get autographed? Yeah.
Funny story. Years ago, our drummer Gar Samuelson, he was a general manager of BC Rich Guitars when he joined Megadeth, and so he was working with some pretty cool guys like Rick Derringer, Tony Iommi, Lita Ford. They were all big BC Rich artists, right? And Dave and I both played BC Rich, so it was kind of cool that we had sort of an entree new into BC Rich, and Gar would always sneak us into the NAMM show because I mean it was lockdown. None of the general pop would get it. Well, no one could get in really. I mean, it was really. It's not like it is now where everybody gets in. Back then, it was like unless you were like a music manufacturer or a buyer or something like that, you couldn't get in. So anyway, Gar would always sneak us in.
So you can't be a rock star and go in there.
Well, we were just kind of baby rock stars, we were just getting started. So, so we got to kind of get the. Sneak behind the curtain and see what was going on in NAMM. But those were good times because it was very exclusive. You kind of felt like, wow, I got in. It's like we're in. It's like that. NAMM was like VIP stuff then.
Now it's like, oh my God, do I
have
to do this again?
Basically, the Sunset Strip just moves down to Anaheim for a week.
It does.
Right? The Hilton's basically hanging out the rainbow.
It does.
Right?
I'm gonna be
Which
there.
is good times,
I have fun there. That's like my Christmas and Thanksgiving and all the holidays that I don't really like to do anything. I just shove it all into one and make it NAMM.
It's like holidays for outlaws and outcasts, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. That's how you have fun.
Yeah, you're not exactly like a Christmas kind of girl, probably.
No.
Come to NAMM.
I like the Christmas lights, but that's about it.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to give me a gift, that's cool too. But other than that,
you can probably
I'm fine
raise some
with it.
gifts for it.
I can just be like, it's okay. Halloween, playing at Jimmy Kimmel in a couple of days.
That's a cool holiday. Yeah,
that's
that. I'm glad that came because what a convenient time that Halloween is a Monday night. Albums in America always come out on a Tuesday, so 13 comes out the next day, so we get to play on TV. And that, because it's Halloween and it's TV and it's Hollywood and all that, it should be worth watching. It should be pretty cool.
Well, if I can't get in, I will be stuck and glued to the TV like that. So that would be what I'm going to do.
Come on now.
Yeah. After 2 months of touring myself, tonight is my last night being in a van. I don't have the luxury
it's fun being on tour, isn't it?
No, it's not fun.
Everybody thinks it's something other than what it is.
I hate
it's fun. None of it, we're not complaining.
I don't like it.
It's great, but
how do you guys do it?
It's easier for men than girls.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, it's just...
For a lot of reasons, but...
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. It's like, please, guys, don't, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But no, it's been...
It's like a hunting trip for guys, right? It's like the hunter-gatherer thing. Men go out, women stay home. It's that kind of a deal, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much tired
We
the whole
talked to
time.
Kate
I
and
try to
stuff.
watch, something on Netflix or something, and it takes me like 30 seconds. I'm
Yeah, and you're out.
passed out and
Nice.
dead.
Oh, you're doing good on the road then. That's what happens on the road.
But this is what happens. You're on the road, and I actually got to only see a couple of my friends, which one would be you, and Corpse Grinder and Pat O'Brien from Cannibal, and everybody else was on tour.
Yeah,
everyone, like, I missed everybody. 2-month tour, 55 cities in 60 days.
Yeah.
I missed everyone by 2-3 days.
You don't get a lot of hang time. It's. I enjoy.
I would have if they were in town.
Yeah,
They just left.
But even still, it's hard. You're working, you're doing things, you got schedules, and
Yeah,
it's hard. It's a lot of friends will call me and say, "Hey, can we come to the show?" And especially if it's a hometown gig in Phoenix or something, I'm like, "Look, man, I'll see you next week. I'm busy that night. Have fun at the show.
We'll just do
I'll see you next week." And even when I come through town, you see people for a couple of minutes, and then it's sort of like, "All right, I got to get going. I got things I have to do." And so hopefully they get to enjoy the rock concert, but it's not exactly
It's not a
buddy
party.
hang time. Yeah, it's just it's not the right environment to do it. So hey, people are supposed to come and enjoy the concert.
Hey, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, last time I was at you guys' show, I was screaming and yelling because they wouldn't let me go in the crowd because I was backstage, and I was getting so frustrated. And somebody helped me and took me all the way far up. And he's like, "Really, you want to sit here?" I'm like, "Yes, because
You know how many
I want
people?
to watch the
you
show."
know how many people
I mean, I
in the
don't-
show wish they were backstage, and you're complaining because you're backstage and you can't
It's
be out in
totally
the show.
yeah, because
Tough problems.
I can't see you guys play, and I'm there to see you guys play, and I
Tough
can't
problem,
see it. I mean, I'm seeing the back of everybody's heads. I'm like, this is very difficult, and I want to go up there, out there, with it. But I just have to thank you guys for being so cool.
You're welcome.
All the
You're
time.
welcome. Great job with you as
Awesome.
always. Enjoy your stay here.
Enjoy the last day of my
Of your
my
vacation.
crazy vacation, if you want to call it. That's a vacation, a van tour for a girl. I'm not Megadeth, but sure do support all the time.
Appreciate that, by the way.
And
Thank
I
you.
did not wear this because I was gonna, meet up with David. That's the only thing I had.
Glad you did. Now we know who we are.
I had 3 more Megadeth shirts, but
Cool.
I wore this one.
They wear well on
And
the
then
road.
I saw it,
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't done on purpose. So do not start that rumor there. Oh my gosh, she went to see it, so that's what it is. I love you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. I'm going to
Thanks.
see you on tour.
Yep.
I'm going to be busy with the touring, and the album will be out, so make sure you check
Yep.
out 13, and we'll see David again. I'm pretty sure
Yep,
we will.
somewhere in the world.
Real soon.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
See ya.